Hello, I'm Subponica Poster, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. We have a lot to get done here, meet our advisors, unlock the open world, and head to our first area. So let's get started.
Does it trouble you?
It's useless.
If it wasn't enough to close the breach, what use is it?
You did everything we asked of you.
And it still didn't work.
What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
That's a great idea.
What harm could there be in powering up something we barely understand?
Hold on to that sense of humor.
Cass is pretty cool. She seems uptight, but you can make jokes with her without losing approval.
You've met Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
It was only for a moment on the field. I'm pleased you survived.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
Anderan Atishan.
You speak Elven?
You've just heard the entirety of it, I'm afraid.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
Pleased to meet you all.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
Seems like this is going to be a point of contention between these two.
Capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
That didn't take long.
Shouldn't they be busy arguing over who's going to become divine?
Some are calling you, a Dalish elf, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
The what?
How am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading...
Which we have not.
Great.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
No, sir, I don't like it.
It's a little unsettling.
I'm sure the Chantry would agree.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign. And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
Will the Chantry attack us?
With what? They have only words at their disposal.
And yet, they may bury us with them. There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far, and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
Liliana seems to know what she's doing, so we'll take her word.
I'll see what she has to say.
You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the Hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Okay, here we are introduced to the war table. It's very empty right now, but as the game progresses, it will get really cluttered with things we can do. Power, down in the lower right-hand corner, is required to unlock new areas and some missions. We conveniently have one power right now that the game gave us, so we can unlock the starting area, the Hinterlands, and we're going to go ahead and do that. You gain power through closing rifts, completing side quests, and basically things like that. By the end of the game, it's not unusual to have 200 plus power that you just can't use. It doesn't look like things are going very well in the Hinterlands at all. And we'll get a little blurb about the new area that we've unlocked. Yep, let's get to it. Don't have a lot of options right now for our party.
World of Andraste. I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach. It's odd for a Dalish elf to care what happens to anyone else, but you'll get no backtalk here. That's a promise. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. Well, all of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Ugh.
I'm starting to worry about these stories that everyone's heard.
Oh, there's nothing to worry about. They only say you're the last great hope for Thedas.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
The Hinterlands are as good a place as any to start fixing things. We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the Crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
And now we are officially free to roam about the map in the Hinterlands. And it is a big one. You can't really see a whole lot here because the map is grayed out. We have a few things that we can see on the map. These are camps. And the farthest thing we have unlocked so far is to see Horsemaster Dennett, which is over here. There's a large section of the map still outside of that area. This is just all we have as a reference point. Hinterlands is so big that the entire playable area of Origins will fit inside it. And there's another area later in the game that's even bigger. We're going to go here and get our first requisition.
What is it?
You may want to look into this.
Now, as I said, these things are completely optional. They will give you power, some XP sometimes, and also influence for the Inquisition, which will help you unlock perks later on. I'm going to take a shortcut down this way.
Watch your step.
And you will take falling damage. You can die from it, but you'll get right back up if you're not in combat. And here we see Scout Harding's handiwork. Good job, Scout Harding.
Inquisition forces! They're trying to protect the refugees!
Looks like they could use a hand.
And here are people who are in a fight with a bunch of Templars.
I do not think they care, Seeker.
Not even a challenge.
Free stuff. First we have Templars, now we have Apostates.
We mean you no harm.
Doesn't look like they're listening.
Be ready. More coming our way.
And I step in the fire and light my ass up. Try and get on his backside here so I'm not taking stuff in the face. Looking for the bowman, and I went after Varric instead.
We are victorious once more.
And with all of those people dead, we finally secure the Crossroads. It becomes ours, and the hostiles are gone permanently from this place.
There are mages here who can heal your wounds. Lie still.
Don't touch me, Mother. Their magic is...
Turn to noble purpose. Their magic is surely no more evil than your blade.
What?
Hush, dear boy. Allow them to ease your suffering.
Mother Giselle.
I am. And you must be the one they are calling the Herald of Andraste.
Is that why you asked for me? The Chantry has already...
I know what they've done.
Then why am I here?
I know of the Chantry's denouncement, and I am familiar with those behind it. I won't lie to you. Some of them are grandstanding, hoping to increase their chances of becoming the new divine. Some are simply terrified. So many good people, senselessly taken from us.
What happened was horrible.
Fear makes us desperate, but hopefully not beyond reason. Go to them. Convince the remaining clerics you are no demon to be feared. They have heard only frightful tales of you. Give them something else to believe.
Well, it sounds like a great idea.
That won't just make it worse.
Because you are not human?
That too.
Let me put it this way. You needn't convince them all. You just need some of them to doubt. Their power is their unified voice. Take that from them and you receive the time you need.
It's good of you to do this.
I honestly don't know if you've been touched by fate, or sent to help us, but I hope. Hope is what we need now. The people will listen to your rallying call, as they will listen to no other. You could build the Inquisition into a force that will deliver us, or destroy us. I will go to Haven, and provide Sister Leliana the names of those in the Chantry who will be amenable to a gathering. It is not much, but I will do whatever I can.
Corporal Vale is coordinating the Inquisition's efforts in the area. We should speak with him.
It's good to have commerce restored. I've many goods here if you
There's a
want to
merchant
trade.
here. He sells basic stuff, nothing exceptional. And this is a fast travel point. Once you unlock one of these or uncover it on the map, basically, you can fast travel there from any other point in the world, whether that's Haven, another area, or within the map itself. And this is a landmark. They're scattered around the place as well as a collectible. This particular one, if you complete all 7 of them, then you will get a special side mission, but most of them are just kind of flavor text. Run up the hill here and see Corporal Vale, who will give us a bunch more shit to do.
Of course. You're with the Inquisition. Corporal Vale, thanks for your help. The Mages and Templars don't seem to care who gets caught in their war. The refugees here are in dire need of help. If the war doesn't kill them, cold or starvation will.
You were concerned about refugees starving?
Yes. Many of them brought food, but they expected to be home by now, or safe in a city. There's a hunter up the hill who has some ideas.
Is there anything we can do to help people deal with the cold?
I asked the Inquisition to send blankets. You'd think I was asking for a wagon of raw Lyrian. A recruit named Whittle is trying to make what we can bring in last. If you have any ideas, talk to him across the road.
What can you tell me about the Templars?
All the Templars were called to Val Royeaux not long ago. These bastards ignored the order. Now they're killing rebel mages, along with any refugees they think are mage sympathizers. Every Templar I've ever known has wanted to protect the common folk. These men defile their order's good name.
What can you tell me about the rebel mages?
The real rebels are up north in Redcliffe, dug in and taking care of their own. The ones out here are just apostates, locked up in the circles all these years, and now they've gone mad with power. The rebels in Redcliffe have washed their hands of them. I wish we could do the same.
What other problems do these refugees face?
We've got some injuries that go beyond stitches and elf fruit. I know healers are in short supply, but if you can find someone in Redcliffe to help us, it would save a lot of lives.
What can you tell me about the man who's supposed to be getting horses for the Inquisition?
Horsemaster Dennett. He lives on a farm to the west. Tough old fella. We haven't heard from him. Best we can tell, he's holed up until the Mages and Templars are done killing each other.
Farewell.
And you as well.
Okay, just from talking to this one guy, we've already gotten 5 side quests. So there is a ton of shit to do in the Hinterlands. Actually, a lot of people get bogged down here trying to do every little side quest, not realizing just how many there are, and get kind of frustrated with the game. So we'll do these 5 because of what they give us, but I'll do most of the collecting off screen because it's boring. We'll run up here and talk to the hunter, who will give us more details on the quest and officially unlock it for us.
Going to be a long, hungry night.
These people need food.
There are rams out in the hills. Good eating, cooks easy, and no lords around to kill you for poaching. Too dangerous to go hunting now, though. More likely to find mages than mutton.
Good luck.
Luck won't put fat on your ribs.
And I'm going to show off the journal here. So this will give you a list of all of your current quests. Inquisitor's Path is the main storyline. And then each area will keep running tally of all of the side quests that you've unlocked. And as you can see, we've already got quite a few in the Hinterlands. That will fill up the entire page if we keep poking around. We haven't been to the Storm Coast or the other area yet. Completed quests, it'll list everything that you've done, and collections for all of those random bullshit things to pick up. Run up the hill here and get the other part of our side quest.
Where are their coats?
What do you need to keep these refugees warm?
Blankets, warm clothes, all of it. These poor sods lost everything when the mages and the Templars went crazy. If we were in a village, I could just pinch a blanket off a clothesline and be fine. Out here, I'm sure the apostates have plenty of supplies, just haven't been able to find them.
Farewell.
And to you.
I'm gonna run up the hill here and unlock another camp. It's not very far outside of the Crossroads, and I'm not sure why they put it so close, but I guess it's for new people who aren't sure where to go.
So, set up camp or keep
And these
moving?
odd little looking things are where you set up your camp. And once you've unlocked a camp, it will automatically refill all of your healing potions. Your other potions have to be refilled manually, and it will reset your health. If you happen to have any guard on, it will get rid of that. So as you can see, now everyone's at full health, and we are ready to go. We'll go over here and take a quick look at our first Ocularum, which is a means of unlocking collectible items called shards.
The skull illuminates
Take a look.
objects in the distance. I am not familiar with such magic.
Of course, it had to be a skull that lights up creepy shit.
You just look for the shiny spot, and once you've locked it in your reticle, then it's counted. No, it's over to the left, stupid. And there we go. All 4. Now we're going to head into the valley below our camp. Take a look here. And now we can start to see all of these side quest markers popping up on our map. We've got shards. We've got the caches that Recruit Whittle gave us. That landmark. So already just tons of stuff popping up on the map. This thing will get really cluttered and full before we're done. And still way over here, Horsemaster Dennett. We're going to set that as our primary objective, but we're not going to get there just yet. Okay. We can see it there on the mini-map. Down here in the valley below our camp, it's a real shit show. You've got Templars and Apostates just going at it. Until you take care of these two groups, they will continually respawn here. I guess it's a good place to grind XP if you wanted to do that, but it makes traveling through here a little hairy on higher difficulties, because when you're this low level, they will fuck you up. And those marks on the ground are ice mines. You know, step on them and they do damage and slow you down.
We must continue on if we are to secure the Alliance.
Another group right over here. These guys with the tower shields are real pains in the ass if you're a melee character, even if you're a magic user, because they will deflect frontal attacks with that shield. Powers, fireballs, that kind of thing in magic will just bounce right off the shield, and sword, dagger attacks, and bows will also bounce right off. This is an interesting bug. That upgrade we took for flank attack puts you into stealth right after attacking an enemy with it, and if that enemy dies before you use an attack or something like that, you will stay in stealth until you do something to break it, like attack something, set a marker on a landmark, but you can run around invisible as long as you want without it ever going back out of stealth. It's kind of cool. It's a funny bug. One of the better ones. Oh, we leveled up again. Now I saw this group over here and I was going after the shard in this castle. My teammates go after it and I figure, fuck it, I can handle these two guys, no problem. I take care of him quite handily. That other guy runs in there, so I follow him and, fuck no, it's a group full of people. And Solus, what are you doing? Solus, stop killing the fucking wagon! Cass ran in and started shit, so I just follow her in. Oh, he finally gave up on attacking transport. And this is where the lock-on gets really shitty. You want to try and target someone close, it decides it wants to target someone far, and you end up attacking the wrong guy. Again, those defenders, giant pain in the ass. Once they're knocked down, their shield is useless, so it's fine, but it's getting him into that position. One last bowman. And you can see there on the floor, take mosaic piece. This is another collectible. Sometimes they're all located in one map. For example, this, the fall, is only found in the Hinterlands. It also happens to be bugged, and one of the locations is in a place that you can't actually access. Hopefully they'll fix that with a patch. Some of them are scattered across a couple of maps, and they usually have 12, anywhere between 9 and 12 pieces in them, so they're real collectathons. You don't get anything from collecting them except for XP and some lore. So another entirely optional shit to pick up. Run around and get our free stuff. And this letter here, it's from the Templars, and as you can see, they've kind of gone bug fuck. The ones that are here are not in a good place. Come out. Pick up the shard, which we came here in the first place for.
Not ominous at all.
Nope, not at all. We go up the path a little bit, we find another encampment with another letter, again pointing out that the Templars that have remained are pretty much off their rockers. We're going to go take care of them right now, since the encampment that we're looking for is just up and to our left. Kind of a big group here. It can get a little hairy, but we don't really have any trouble to speak of with them. And the defender with his charge just knocked Cass right on her ass. She's doing a good job keeping him taunted, so I'm just taking care of him from the back. And if you go up to the left, this is the path where the rest of these Templars are. Once we kill all of them, the quest will be completed, and they'll stop respawning in this area. You'll still get the mages until you take out their headquarters, so to speak. But once you get rid of those two groups, then you'll still find Templars and mages in the Hinterlands area, but much, much fewer. Solus is getting his ass kicked, so we come down here to give him a hand. Sent his ass flying. Loot. Cloth you mostly pick up from enemies. You can find it occasionally in those sacks, but a lot of times it's going to come directly from human enemies, or humanoid enemies, I guess I should say.
The Templars.
We're officially at the encampment, and there are 4 Templar knights we have to take care of. These archers don't count. That guy does. If you're playing as a rogue, I generally have a tendency to go after the bowmen. They're a pain in the ass. They can do a lot of damage, especially on higher difficulties. And they have other assorted annoyances like sundering your armor or weakening your attacks. So let your tanks deal with the big guys and you go pick off the ranged fellows. That goes for mages as well. These are creature research items. You turn them into a specific person in Haven, and when you collect enough of them, they will give you bonus damage to those types of enemies. Free stuff. We get a scout armor schematic. And a royal elf root, which is used, again, for making potions. I pressed the wrong button. Head over here, take out the last guy, the encampment will be cleared, and we will have completed this particular side quest. And he's down.
Refugees should be safer on the King's Road now.
So we'll be seeing a lot less Templars. Now coming up here is some party banter. We also got our first unique weapon.
Hightown, almost every character is revealed as a spy or a traitor.
This stuff is completely random. It changes based upon the members you have in your party, obviously. And also, as the game proceeds, you may have characters who weren't too keen on each other to begin with start to get along. You also get flirting between party members if your Inquisitor isn't romancing anyone in that particular thing. And some other funny stuff. Sometimes it's good to take out party members that you're not even really fond of just to hear the banter, because you do a lot of running around in empty space. And some of the interaction is pretty hilarious. Alright, we're gonna head back to Haven and catch up with our squad mates. So join us again next time on Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition.